2014. The world was a very different place. A giant robot had just tamed an angry lizard somewhere in the middle of nowhere. A man called RJ was feasting on a delicious crab rangoon. And I don't know about you, but me, I was a 13-year-old boy addicted to watching videos like
legendary. What are we gonna get? 150 advanced supply drops.
No! Thing is though, 2014, it wasn't your ordinary year where the Earth spins around on its axis 365 odd times. No. 2014, it was the year where something humongous was first unleashed into our world. Now, as we all know, there are countless instantly identifiable video game characters. Kratos, Master Chief, Lara Croft, Chris Redfield, Ezio Auditore. However, there is another. A character all of us know, love, and hope to buy in Fortnite one day. One creation that's gonna be the star in his own movie. One icon so well known that you seemingly can't go 5 minutes on the internet without hearing his name. Freddy Fazbear. And 2014, it was the year where he was born. Subscribe to the Beak YouTube channel. Markiplier. One of the main reasons why Five Nights at Freddy's is so damn popular nowadays. As the world has evolved, time has marched forward, and all of us have all gotten a little bit older, there have been millions of different YouTube video styles that have come in and out of popularity. YouTuber diss tracks, prank videos, Herobrine trolling, and of course, Let's Play videos. A Let's Play video, yeah, they're really not hard to make. All you have to do is turn on your PC, Xbox, PlayStation, no fucking Ouya. Spend a few of your shekels or whatever's popular on the internet at the minute. Press record on your camera and scream at the top of your lungs whenever anything at all happens. Sure, okay, nowadays the Let's Play video format isn't really that popular anymore. Rest in peace, my childhood. But all the way back in 2014, oh my god, Let's Play videos, they were ridiculously huge. Everybody all over YouTube was making Let's Play videos on a whole bunch of different games. And if you decided to go onto YouTube around that time for whatever reason, maybe you were like me and you just loved watching Ali spending all of his money on Advanced Warfare supply drops, there was a really bloody good chance that you'd see one of these videos in your YouTube recommended.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's.
At the time of me recording this video, Markiplier's OG Five Nights at Freddy's 1 videos have a combined view count of, just over 254 million views. That's over 4 times more people than the entire population of South Africa, the place where I live. Markiplier's Fnaf videos, I watched them, you watched them, and 252 million other people all around the world watched them. Since Markiplier's videos were all getting a shit ton of views, a bunch of other YouTubers all across the website started making their own spooky, scary Let's Play videos, propelling the popularity of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 into the stratosphere. In 2014, Five Nights at Freddy's morphed from this small little indie game made by one person into a juggernaut, million views on YouTube guaranteed machine. People couldn't get enough of Frederick Fazbearington. Five Nights at Freddy's 1, it revolutionized Let's Play culture. And as a result of these Let's Play videos getting so damn popular, fans started making jump scare compilations of their favorite YouTubers. Really talented people created animations of the best moments in these Let's Play videos. But let's face it here, person watching this video, Five Nights at Freddy's, it wasn't just some bad, shitty trend game that people played to get views. Nah, Five Nights at Freddy's, it's just a game that lends itself really well to the Let's Play style of video.
Not recommended. Can't sex the bear.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a simple, yet terrifying game. You're strapped to a chair in a claustrophobic, dimly lit office. An eerie, everlasting humbuzz filling your ears. Unholy abominations march around the hallways, taking whatever chance they can get to put an end to your existence. Your only line of defense? Your wit and 2 heavy, clunking doors. But this safety, it's fleeting, it's out of your control. The more you cling to this safety, the less safety you ultimately have. And then, it happens. Besides Five Nights at Freddy's being a scary game though, FNAF 1, it's just really easily identifiable. You know where this office is, you know what song this is, you can name all of these characters, you know this is Five Nights at Freddy's. Freddy and his animatronic friends who all get way too quirky seemingly became known by everybody all over the internet overnight. And now, 9 odd years later, all of us goblins who have never felt the touch of grass before, we all still know who these characters are. And isn't this what you want from any video game, really? Use your brain here for a second, person watching this video. Let's say you're a video game developer making a game with a main character. How brave. You want people to be able to look at your character and be like, oh yeah, that's character from this game. When you can tell where a character is from just by glancing at an image of them or merely looking at their silhouette. That's really good character design. And having recognizable characters means YouTubers can put them in their thumbnails. Okay, look, yeah, I know, trust me, I really know. Nowadays, when you think of the words Five Nights at Freddy's, you think of memes, game theory bait. Oh my god! Why? Why is there so much porn? But all the way back in 2014, there was really nothing like Five Nights at Freddy's. Mascot horror was this idea, this concept that hadn't really been explored in a video game format. The only other somewhat Mascot horror-esque game I can think of that was also really popular at the time was, it was Slender Man. And even then, I don't know if you can call Slender Mascot horror. Who wins that death battle? Freddy Fazbear versus Slender Man? Let me know in the comments first watching this video. Mascot horror, it was new, it was fresh, and it was engaging. Watching these Let's Play videos, my pants were shitted, my timbers were shivered. No joke, yeah, I'd watch these videos on my phone. Like, I got the Markiplier YouTube channel open right now. I watch them on my phone, but I wouldn't watch them in full screen, yeah? Like, I wouldn't watch them like this, you know? Like, there's Markiplier, you know? He's just like, hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. I wouldn't watch them like that. Now, I'd watch them at the bottom of my screen. I was too scared of this shit. I was that much of a bitch boy. But these videos and Five Nights at Freddy's as a whole, it was imprinted into my brain. Even though the game scared the everlasting shit out of me, I wanted to watch more. I enjoyed scrolling through wiki pages, learning about what the bloody hell was going on at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And I wasn't alone. Countless people all around the world were in the exact same boat as me. Here's a trivia fact for you. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 came out on the 8th of August 2014. 19 days before my birthday. Mark that down on your calendar. I was 13 years old at the time, and it seemed like the ever-growing FNAF fan base that I found myself in, it was filled with people around the same age as me. You know how whenever something horror-related gets popular on the internet and a fan base cultivates around this thing, the majority of people found in that fan base are usually younger? You know, anywhere from the ages of 10 to, let's say, 15? 2014 FNAF, same type of beat. The FNAF fan base I found myself in, though, we were all obsessed with one thing. Lore. What the actual fuck is going on at Freddy Fazbear's? Look, I know. Trust me, I know. In the year of our Lord 2023, when someone merely utters the words Five Nights at Freddy's lore, all of our brains start to melt and self-implode. If you actually understand what's going on, you can probably write it down in the skills section of your job description. Guys! Oh my god, guys! The pixel in the background is a different shade of brown! This could mean that it's a reference to William Afton's daughter's son's brother's dog. But back in 2014, the FNAF lore, it was still kind of contained, you know? Sure, it was still somewhat vague, but it was a hell of a lot more simple back then than it is now. And this, well, this was the fun part. Trying to solve the mystery of this pizzeria, finding out about Easter eggs. Hell, a certain section of the fan base dedicated themselves to trying to put together the puzzle. But if we're gonna talk about the FNAF lore, there's one specific YouTube channel I'm gonna have to, well, I'm gonna have to at least mention it.
The larger an animal species is, the more likely it is to favor quality of offspring over quantity of offspring. Smaller animals like insects, rabbits, and birds can afford to have a lot of babies at once, while larger species like whales, elephants, and rhinos are much slower to reproduce. The Ender Dragon.
To say that map pack game theory has had a massive influence on the way FNAF FNAF has changed and is perceived on the internet, that's probably one of the biggest understatements ever uttered in human history. MatPat Baby, Freddy, Julian, Fred Bear Patrick. Genuinely, I feel like nowadays whenever the FNAF writing staff doesn't know what they want to do with the FNAF story. What did MatPat say in FNAF game theory number 2127?
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory!
Alright. Do that! Whenever MatPat makes a FNAF game theory, easy million+ views. And FNAF 1, it was the catalyst. These first Five Nights at Freddy's game theory videos, they were some of the biggest FNAF analysis videos at the time. And without them, you can bet your ass that FNAF's lore, one of the biggest aspects of the entire Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, it would be nowhere near as popular as it is today. Whenever a new Hello Internet Welcome to Game Theory video came out, it was an event. It sparked conversation within the fandom. These videos all got millions of views, helping the game reach a much broader audience. They served as guides to help others create their own theories that completely solve what's going on in FNAF 1, I promise. People loved the FNAF lore, and they still love it to this day. Back in the day, some people even piggybacked off this lore to do a little bit of trolling. Mysteries, Easter eggs, hoaxes. 3 words synonymous with gaming. Whenever a video game gets popular, somebody somewhere on this planet we call home, they'll make up something they 100% real, not clickbait, saw in the video game. Bigfoot on Mount Chiliad, Luigi in Mario 64, Herobrine. I'm pretty sure there's a Fortnite hoax somewhere on the internet. Five Nights at Freddy's 1, it was no exception. If you were around the FNAF fanbase in 2014, I'm pretty damn sure you recognize this image. This is Sparky the dog. Five Nights at Freddy's super secret hidden 6th animatronic. Now, I really do hate to break it to you here, person watching this video. Maybe grab onto something. This is going to be very sad and emotional. But Sparky the dog never existed. At the time, though, we didn't know that. People everywhere were speculating and talking about Sparky the dog because he simply had to exist. Look, he's real. This is a real image. Nobody ever lies on the internet. And while we're on the topic of fan creations spawned as a result of FNAF 1's mental popularity, I'm pretty sure you recognize this. This is The Joy of Creation, one of the most popular FNAF fan games ever made. Yeah, whenever I think of FNAF fan games, I think of The Joy of Creation. This game used to scare the shit out of me. And it's all thanks to the mental popularity of FNAF 1 that these games are able to exist in the first place. If there was no game franchise to become a fan of, well, you wouldn't make a fan game, now would you? I mean, that's not how this stuff works. Five Nights at Freddy's 1, it introduced the world to a whole host of different distinctive characters, a unique, never-before-seen setting, and people took these aspects and let their creativity run wild. The Joy of Creation, Five Nights at Candy's, Juniors, some of the many different super popular FNAF fan games that expand and explore on the base set up by FNAF 1. And it doesn't end with video games. No, God no. There are some really bloody talented people in the FNAF community. Besides making video games, people in the FNAF fanbase have made animations, music, mods for other games. Some people have even reimagined FNAF 1 and made it into its own terrifying analog horror type series. I think if we're going to talk about creations that have happened as a result of the popularity of FNAF thanks to FNAF 1, we need to talk about what's happening in October this year. I want to ask you a question here, person watching this video. Besides a bunch more games being released, marketable plushies, what else happens when a video game gets popular? Really use your brain here. Like, I really want you to use it. If you want, I'll give you 5 seconds to work this out and come up with an answer. Movies. Yeah, it seems that at some point or another, a popular video game franchise will get a movie adaptation. Some really good. The majority, now, as the years have gone on since FNAF 1's release and the entire Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has morphed into this gaming mega titan thanks to the initial popularity of FNAF 1, there has always been this fact, this rumbling on the internet that at some point or another, Freddy Fazbear and all of his animatronic mates were going to make their way to the movie screen. Cinema as we know it was going to change forever. And this isn't some rumor or anything. No. God no. The key word I used in that previous sentence was fact. You know, fact. It's real. Though I'm sure all of us didn't actually think it was gonna happen. But then, on the 27th of October, unless it's delayed again, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is going to be unleashed into cinemas all around the world. And me, yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty hyped. But I'm also kinda worried. I really want this movie to be good. I really, really do. And you can bet your ass that on day one of release, my ass is gonna be in a movie seat watching it on the big screen. But I do have a few, let's call them concerns. First off, my brother in Christ, why are the animatronics stoned out of their mind? What, do they serve edible pizzas at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria? The animatronics look so good, but then just the eyes, just look at the eyes. Moving past this criticism though, because you've probably heard it a million times on the internet by now, to say that the development of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has been smooth sailing over the years, well, I regret to inform you, but I've just lied on the internet. Have you ever heard of development hell? You know, when a project of some sort gets stuck in a state of purgatory because the production of said project is riddled with issues? The Fnaf movie is the definition of development hell. From complete script rewrites to vital employees straight up leaving, the Fnaf movie was first announced to the world in 2015. My brother, it's now 2023. You kinda get the picture here. Whenever a project of some sort gets stuck in development hell, yeah, there's always a risk that the final product is gonna be pretty bad, you know, it's gonna be pretty shit. But hey, on the flip side, it isn't a 100% risk, and yeah, sure, yeah, okay, development hell movies have been good before. Making our way out of the depths of development hell for a minute though, I feel so bad for the person who had to sit down and script the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now, I don't think this movie is going to be about every single FNAF game ever made and all of the millions and billions of books that exist. God, no. My bet is that this movie is going to circulate themes and ideas from the first 3 games. But still, oh my god, trying to contain all of that story and all of that lore and game theory into a movie in a way that makes fans happy, but also makes for a good movie and a good watching experience? Bro, what the fuck? Whoever's painful job it is to sit down and write the story about the FNAF movie, dude, oh my, Jesus Christ, they deserve a writing Oscar for merely going through the trouble in the first place. I really hope this movie doesn't fall under the weight of the story trying to tell and isn't a movie where half of it is like exposition, you know, like this is what Five Nights at Freddy's is. We're gonna tell you about all of this stuff but not actually show you for the first half an hour of the movie. I really want it to be interesting. I want it to be a good movie. I want Markiplier to have a cameo in it. So, how did Five Nights at Freddy's 1 change the internet forever? Well, for starters, it was the first installment in a game franchise that has gone on to become one of the most popular game franchises in the entire world. But without FNAF 1, this just wouldn't have happened. On top of that though, Five Nights at Freddy's revolutionized Let's Play culture. For a while, FNAF 1, it was a go-to Let's Play series game. Millions of views, millions of subscribers, millions of dollars, all propelling the popularity of Five Nights at Freddy's to newfound, rarely seen heights. 9 years later, all of us still recognize these characters, these sounds, these locations. Moreover, without FNAF 1, the incredibly dedicated FNAF lore community would cease to exist. It wouldn't be a thing. Nobody would really care about the FNAF lore. And while we're on the topic of communities, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 spawned the FNAF community. A community filled with incredibly talented people. A community who love the franchise and love the fan base they're a part of. From music, games, mods, to some of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Without Five Nights at Freddy's 1, none of this would exist. And that is how Five Nights at Freddy's 1 changed the internet forever. But what do you think here, person watching this video? How do you think Five Nights at Freddy's 1 changed the internet forever? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Go watch all of my other stuff, and I'll see you soon.
Number 15. Subscribe to the Beak. If you don't, you will suffer a severe case of cringe. And you are taking part in bozo behavior. Thanks for watching.